Good morning, Americans. This is your favorite alien here on the morning of Tuesday, June 11th, 2024. Well, today is an interesting day. I was watching CNN, boy, watching your broadcast here for the last 50 years of what you call news and entertainment. I don't know why you call it that because it doesn't entertain anybody. You always have conflicts no matter what you have here. It seems like a baseball game ends up in conflict. A hockey game is always a conflict. Your news is a conflict. And you are so close minded, it's not even funny. There are planets like yours, some a lot worse, but most of them don't have the contradictions that you do. You don't have any comprehension on this planet. And for good or bad, most planets in the universe have comprehension. You got as far as understanding, and that's as far as you got. And you don't even understand most of the stuff in the first place, which is kind of bad, huh? To us, saying that we are an advanced civilization, we're not even halfway there, but say we're 8 to your zero point 0.5. That's like saying we're almost as far away from you as the amoeba is from you, huh? Yeah. You don't even know how to govern yourselves, no matter what part of the planet Earth you exist in. Here in the United States, you don't even know what government is. CNN did a thing today on a journalist who has agenda of her own, interviewing a husband and wife, which the husband was the Supreme Court Justice of the United States, the highest court in the land, and his wife. And they are so close-minded. How do they become justice? And how did the wife become a center of attention when she is a close-minded lady and the justice is too? When you can say, we need revenge. Really? You're so close-minded, it makes the Catholics look like little children in the playground. That's how bad you close-minded you are, Americans. Especially, say, Justice Alito. He sounds so close-minded. And so does Justice Thomas. And then you look at Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. Oh man, is she close-minded. In her case, you have watermelons in her brain. Then you got Donald J. Trump. He doesn't even have a brain at all. Poor Mr. Biden, well, his watermelon has ceased to be there. It kind of melted, and he's got a problem. Because in order to become an advanced society, it's not about technology, it's not about weapons, and it's not about politics. It's about survival and coexisting and consensus, not compromise. Because in compromise you say, okay, what do I have to give up and what do I got to put up in order to get what we get? Notice Israelis trying to find a way out of the war with Gaza, and the Russians and the Ukrainians, and the Chinese and the Americans. You share a planet, yet you want more and you want it all. There's no way you're going to get it all. There's no way you're going to get more. And I came from a civilization that was like you millennia ago. We had our nation states, as you call them here. Our ancestral planet, like I've told you before, had 4 major factions in it, and 18 separate people that you would call colors, people of color, as you call them. We used to call them pigmentations. And people of diverse views, as you call them here, liberal, conservative, communist, democratic, Christian, Hindu, Islamic, Latin, African, yeah. You name it, you got it. But there's one word you don't have in here, consensus. And another word that you don't understand or let alone comprehend, integration. Our people didn't understand those either. And it cost them. We started with 25 people, eventually 500,000 left our ancestral planet because we knew that they were going to doom themselves. It took us a few centuries to find our adopted home planet, but by that time, our ancestral planet had blown itself out and its solar system was gone. Because they got to a level of sophistication of an 8 in the technology. But their social development as an advanced race got to maybe 1, if they got lucky. 14 billion of them died because of their petty differences. Same as you have today. The 500,000, along with DNA supplied by other people, 2 million, we are now a civilization of 5 billion. Less than yours. But we have suffered in the 2 millennia since our ancestors blew themselves up. We found a planet which you have just found yourselves, 3,000 light years away from you, in a star similar to yours. The planet's kind of similar to yours. Has almost the same year, it's a little longer, but it's about the same. But it took us 2 of your centuries to get it livable. But unlike you, and unlike our ancestors, we decided to only occupy 20% of the planet's surface. And whatever life form existed on that planet, which is adopted, and we brought some life forms from our home world because we transfer it to be kind of like Earth. Whoever had the planet used to be like Earth, but they had polluted like crazy. Something that you're doing to your home planet here.